The strongest, highest stim junkie pre-workouts of 2024. If you're looking for that pre-workout to give you the highest stim junkie experience, this list is what you're looking for. But if you're not used to taking 300 milligrams of caffeine or more, then you want to check out something with less caffeine. Work your way up. Don't just go from no caffeine or little to minimal caffeine to 300 milligrams and above. That's where mistakes can be taken. And that's where you get that dirty, anxiety, anxious, jitter-filled experience that will lead you to think that you need ER, but you don't want to be in that experience. Remember, you can always add to your pre-workout. You can never go back in time. So with that being said, this video will cover the strongest pre-workouts of 2024. These are the strongest you can get on the market. You can buy them, they're available, and check it out. So the first one is Juiced. Juiced is honestly one of those pre-workouts that you do not want to take every week. The reason for that is because it will probably disturb your sleep. This pre-workout is so strong that people are reporting like side effects that are similar to yohimbine, but there isn't any yohimbine on the label. So what's on the label isn't directly correlated to the experience. Do not take this thinking this is only a caffeine DMAA pre-workout. This is one of those things where you take it and every other pre-workout will literally not work for you that well. Honestly, for me, after the first serving, I could not, there was no pre-workout that could help me. Everything else was not working and my sleep was also affected. So Juice is one of those once in a blue moon pre-workouts. It is a crazy one. Check out my review video on that. I have it in the link in the description, but honestly, it is a very, very strong pre-workout. It's one of those things that's like the highest experience that you can get from the market. But be careful, because it is not a normal pre-workout. It's very strong, aggressive, focused, highly energizing, and just abnormal focus. Check it out. And it's unlimited. Like the endurance and the energy off it is literally limitless. But that's not a good thing because you don't know what's going on in that formula, and what you're taking from that pre-workout, you're literally borrowing from yourself from the future. So that's why you get those withdrawals when you stop a very strong pre-workout. So the next one is Crack Purple. This one is discontinued officially, but it's still available and it's still very good. You might find the label to have guaranum, which is spelled G. I'm gonna brand that on the screen. I cannot spell that, but it's basically DMAA, and it still smacks. It still smacks very hard. It's one of those pre-workouts that has the best amount of DMAA and as well as the nitrates. So there's very, very good pumps off it, but the focus on it is unreal. And literally, it doesn't feel too abnormal. You can go to sleep relatively well if you take it early enough. But the pumps, the energy, the experience overall is amazing. If you're looking for a DMAA pre-workout, this is one of those that you should check out. And remember, it is experimental. Please be careful. I cannot say that enough. But aside from that, there is a new pre-workout called Crack OG, which is also from Dark Labs. Now, it's not like Crack Purple. Crack OG is literally a very strong pre-workout that suppresses appetite, and the energy off it just feels like a very clean DMAA experience, but it's unlike the other DMAA pre-workouts. At full serving, it suppresses my appetite to the point where I feel sick eating. Like I literally take twice as long eating a meal when I'm taking Crack OG, even hours later after taking it. And it lasts all day as well, but the energy off it is insane. Half a serving for me is more than enough. 1.2 scoops is perfect. So Crack OG, definitely one to check out if you want that aggressive energy. It's not angry aggressive, it's more like energizing aggressive, and it pushes you to go. It's not physically energizing to the point where it's like DMBA, kind of like Crack Barbarian, but it's more like towards a euphoric and energizing way mentally, and also has just great energy overall. Wildfire is the next pre-workout. Now this one claims to have DMHA, DMAA, And the DMAA part though, it doesn't feel like any other pre-workout. So it leads me to the question if it actually has DMAA. But despite that, people are enjoying it and I enjoyed it as well. It gives some nice euphoria, nice mood elevation, some nice energy as well. The focus is good and it just feels like a very mental stimulating pre-workout that's not dirty and doesn't really cause any anxiety or jitters. It's just a clean DMAA feeling pre-workout, not feeling, but it's a DMAA pre-workout nonetheless. But the experience of it is very clean and it's straightforward. It's clean. It's not dirty in any way. The next pre-workout is surprising to me because it has 15 milligrams, 15 milligrams of yohimbine, and that's hyper maxed out. Now, this company always has made good pre-workouts, but for some reason the past few years they haven't been doing that well in my eyes when it comes to the Stim Junkie grade pre-workouts. But hyper maxed out changes everything. It has a high quality formula of pumps, of mental adaptogens like Rolda. It's going to help with mental energy, physical energy. It's just the overall experience is very high end type of energy, and it's hyper maxed out. I literally feel like I'm bouncing off walls when I'm taking this, and there's no dirty feel to it. It doesn't feel like there's yohimbine in there, but it feels like there's yohimbine in there, but there's no cold sweats. It feels like the other ingredients are countering the negative effects of yohimbine, which makes me feel like it literally feels like a hyper maxed out type of pre-workout. And I recommend you check it out, even if you don't like yohimbine. I have taken way less yohimbine and I had cold sweats. I had the unpleasant side effects that everyone is talking about. But with hyper maxed out, I don't feel that as much. Now, stepping away from hyper maxed out and going more towards like the dirty feeling, but without exotic stimulants, although hyper maxed out doesn't have an exotic stimulants, is El Jefe V3. If you really like that dirty, anxious, jittery feeling of a pre-workout, El Jefe V3 is the one for you. This one is a very dirty feeling pre-workout, but some people may like that. It's not going to make you feel comfortable in the gym. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. And that could be a good thing for some people. It's a very high energy type of pre-workout, but it doesn't have any exotic stimulants. It has aerogenesis, which is banned by the WADA, by the way. So if you are drug tested, aerogenesis could lead to a negative on a quick drug test. But El Jefe is quite the energizing pre-workout. Half the formula is basically stimulants and the energy of it is just insane. It's over the top, but it goes to show that you don't need exotic stimulants to have a really good pre-workout experience. So El Jefe is a really good one, but if you're looking for like the more of the pump side of pre-workouts while still having that high energy, the sister of El Jefe Gorilla, is fantastic for the pumps. Instead of going all out on the stimulants, it goes all out on the nitric oxide boosters while still giving you some really nice energy. So with that being said, that is the list. But if you're looking for something cheaper, there is a deal right now on NutriCartel. I've noticed this for a week. Assassin V7 and Young Blood. Both of these are High-Stim Junkie pre-workouts that I actually really like better than the newest version of Assassin V8. V7 is a very euphoric, high energy pre-workout. The Euphoria isn't super euphoric, but it's closer to the euphoric side than V8, than the heart rate and the hard energy type of feeling. Young Blood is high energy and really good pumps, 400 milligrams of caffeine in Young Blood, and then 600 milligrams of caffeine in Assassin V7. Now, both of these are selling for $33 with discount code FITFRIC. So it's cheap right now. I don't know how long that will last, but those two are like the budget picks for the strongest pre-workouts. And if you're looking for a clean pre-workout without any artificial sweeteners or coloring, Bulk Black. This one is a standard pre-workout. That, along with Cage Black or Cage Elite, I should say, are both athlete type of pre-workouts with clean formulas, and you don't have to worry about anything sketchy. It's just very clean pre-workouts, Bulk Black and Caged Elite. FITFRIC coupon code for, you can use the coupon code FITFRIC for Transparent Labs. I don't have a coupon code for Caged Elite, but you can use my links in the description to get all these pre-workouts or to get any of these pre-workouts. So that is the list. Oh, and there's one more pre-workout I wanted to mention, and that's Chaotic Rage. This one is a very high-end DMAA pre-workout. If you're looking for a pre-workout that has like a clean source of DMAA, Chaotic Rage gives that nice little bit of an urgent kick to it and nice energy as well. And the DMAA off it just feels cleaner than the other pre-workouts. Now, there is one pre-workout that has DMAA, but it doesn't really feel like that DMAA experience that we usually get from DMAA pre-workouts, and that's Assassin V8. V8, it just feels like a high caffeine pre-workout with lots of energy, and kind of feels too dirty for me, and it doesn't really feel that good when it should have DMAA. DMAA feels different than the one inside V8. So with the list out of the way, I'm sure you're thinking right now, which pre-workout should I get? Well, Juiced is the pre-workout to get if you want the illicit experience, something that's not normal, something that you cannot take on a frequent basis, because this one is a strong pre-workout that will disrupt your sleep. And it's sort of like the champagne of pre-workouts. It's one of those, it's so illicit that you cannot take it all the time. None. You can take it like once in a blue moon. For me, for health and longevity, I would probably max, or not minimum, but max take it, you know, once every 2 weeks. And even that, I feel like it will disturb my sleep. It'll mess up my tolerance for other pre-workouts. Crack OG if you want a very nice pre-workout that gives nice, strong energy, but without the illicit experience of Juiced, and you can take it more on a regular basis. You can take it, you know, twice a week and you'd be okay, 3 times fine, 4 times be pushing it, be careful. But Crack OG, if you want something euphoric, if you take half a serving, it's more euphoric and more nice, more of a pleasant experience. But if you prefer just to have a clean experience without appetite suppression, Wildfire is a nice pick. It gives nice, clean, straightforward energy that's not going anywhere left or right. It's just, it's good, it's clean, and it feels really nice. Wildfire is one to pick if you want that clean DMAA experience. And then if you want balls to walls, walls to balls, hyper energy, hyper maxed out is the one to pick. I know there's Yohimbine in there, but I think it's a very clean pre-workout, but it's hyper maxed out. You're hyper and you're maxed out. That's what the name means, and I think the formula represents, the experience represents that pretty well. Hyper maxed out if you want that high hyper energy, and you can't stop moving between sets. You're going all out and you're bouncing off walls. You're doing your max on your bench press and you're bouncing off the bench, going to do pull-ups. Hyper maxed out is the one to get. I think if you're trying to burn fat, it'd be a good pre-workout to take because you're constantly moving. And then if you want like a high energy pre-workout without artificial sweeteners or colorings, but you want the standard, you know, sometimes less is more, you just get the standard ingredients with the pumps, with the energy, 300 milligrams of caffeine, bulk black. And that's like a standard pre-workout that you can take and you can depend on a regular basis without worrying about your health. If you want to check out the updated list for strongest pre-workouts, check out fitfrick.com. Use my discount code FITFRICK. I get a commission on anything you buy, but the price is the same for you. Actually, the price is better for you because you get a discount and I get a commission and you support the channel. By the way, thank you so much for watching up to this point. It really helps when you are sticking to this point, and it really shows that you are watching the video, and I really appreciate you for watching the video. Thank you so much. And if you want to see other videos, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see and I'll be sure to provide it, man, because I provide that good.